Hey everybody, it's me, Motor City Migrant. As most of you know, I was about 40 years old when I found out my father wasn't my father. I had NPE, non-parental experience. I found out my father wasn't a white Southerner. He was actually an immigrant from Cuba. He was also dead by the time I found out. So that kind of made getting connected with my roots a little more difficult, learning about my father a little difficult. And so I had to find some other ways. In addition to making a pilgrimage to Cuba, which I got videos of here on my channel, I also contacted the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services because someone had told me that you could request someone's alien file through a FOIA, through the FOIA Act, basically. Now, it had to be 80 or 90 years since they were born in order to do this, and they don't have files on everybody. It's a certain window of time. Maybe if it wouldn't fit your father's time frame, it would fit your grandfather's. Maybe you could learn more about the family that way. But anyway, luckily for me, my father was much older than my mother, and so I was able to get the file that it had already been past 80 or 90 years since his birth. And so after a few months, they sent me this. They sent me a CD with all the files that they had on him. 98 enclosed are 98 pages that are responsive to your request. There are 81 pages released in their entirety and 17 pages released in part. So yes, some of them are redacted, which kind of makes sense. But yeah, this is like the whole thing. There's like a ton of information in it. In addition, a copy of my father's birth certificate was in there, which is such a cool thing to have from Cuba, which is almost impossible to get records from Cuba, but it was a copy of it here in his file. Also, there's some pictures. What do you think? Is there a resemblance? Anyhow, yeah, it's just another way to explore your family. If you don't know, if you don't have connections, if you're adopted, if you have an NPE like me, if you have some immigrants in your family, you can get a hold of their A file. It had all those addresses that he lived at, that I went to visit and kind of try to reconnect with my father that way. It also mentioned places that he worked at, so I was able to go to those places and kind of try to, you know, connect with my father through the spirit of place. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that this is an option for you if you have immigrants in your family. So I'm going to put all of the information in the description below, and I wish you happy hunting, and that's it for now. Ciao.